guys, how's it going? Laura with Garden Answer. In today's video, I want to show you how to dry hydrangea blooms. It's really easy to do and they look so great used in wreaths or dried arrangements inside your house, and they last for so long. A couple things about this: you can cut and dry any type of hydrangea bloom, and whatever color the bloom is when you cut it, that's the color it will be when it's dried. So keep that in mind, that some hydrangeas kind of change colors as the season progresses. I'm going to be cutting some blooms off my limelight hydrangeas. Now, if I were to wait maybe another month to cut these blooms, they'd have a little bit more pink on them. So you can hold off and wait till your blooms have changed colors if you want to. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you're cutting blooms that are fully opened. So if you take a look, like at this bloom right here, there are still some buds here at the tip and the flowers are really fresh. If I were to cut this, it would wilt right away, as opposed to this one right here. All the flowers are open, it's aged a little bit more, so this is the perfect time. You can cut your stem as long as you need it to be to fit whatever size of vase you've got to put your flowers in. You just want to make sure you're making your cut right above a node or where the leaf meets a stem. So I'm going to follow this stem down, and you can see this set of leaves. There's 3 leaves coming out. That's a node. So I'm going to make my cut right above that. Just like that. So I'm just going to cut a few more blooms and then I'll show you what to do next. Those are huge and beautiful. So I grabbed a vase and I chose one that was a little bit more narrow and tall so that it would help hold the blooms upright so they would dry really nicely. And I put 1 to 2 inches about of water at the bottom, and that's the only water I'm going to be putting in this vase the whole time. So the plants, or the stems rather, will draw up that moisture and it'll help them just in that drying process. So now I have to prep the actual blooms. So the first thing that we want to do is strip off all the leaves, because we want to dry the blooms, not the leaves. So you want it to look like this, so I'm going to get the other 2 ready. So now we need to make a fresh cut on the stem. So you remember that we cut it right above a node on the plant. So now we need to select a location between 2 nodes. So there was one here, and you can see the second one right there. If we make an angled cut in between where those 2 nodes are, the stem is actually better able to take up water. So we'll make an angled cut like that, and we'll just introduce it right into that vase. And that is perfect. Now the next 2. So that's it. That's all you have to do to successfully dry your hydrangeas. So now at this point, I'll be putting this whole thing inside in a location out of direct sunlight, and it'll take about 2 to 3 weeks for these blooms to dry out. And like I said, I will not be adding any more moisture into this vase, so it's done. And then after that time, you can leave them in a bouquet just like this, or you can take them out, use them in wreaths or whatever kind of dried arrangement that you want. I'm not sure how I'm going to actually use these, but fall is coming up, so I will probably use these in some sort of fall project. I've seen people use gold spray paint, like a really light layer, just to kind of fancy it up and use them in like holiday projects. And it's also nice to have something like this in areas of your home where it's really hard to get houseplants to thrive, like really dark locations. You can put something like this that still gives you that feel, kind of that outdoors kind of cozy feel, and it warms up the space really nicely without needing any maintenance. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.